Welcome to Destination Divergence, episode 69, part 69.
Nice.
There we go. We did it. This is sad music because last episode was a bit interesting near the end there. After escaping Thaliost and having a bit of discussion about where to go on the boat, exploring some of your new abilities, you guys started to head north towards Stormhome. Unfortunately, partway there, Leroy started having some unfortunate headaches. They grew stronger and more frequent. And he couldn't really pinpoint the source of where they were coming from, but he asked his patron, who said that apparently they were coming from the realm of the dead, for whatever reason. Not long after, a shockwave hit you all, coming from somewhere in, wow, mind blanking, but the place that is now deleted off the map.
Ondair?
It was
Ondair, thank you. I don't know why my brain is blanking so hard tonight. Yes, southern Ondair, a shockwave erupted, and then fog started rolling out across the terrain. It was approaching you rapidly as you were all currently in Ondair, or over it, rather. And so, Carrick pushed himself beyond his limits to pilot the ship out of the way. Thanks to some good rolls and some bardic inspiration, he managed to last until just outside the borders of Ondair, which turns out that's where the fog ended. Just like the last morning, this one appears to have ended at exactly along the country's borders as well. And that is where we left you off at 4 in the morning, after you had all witnessed these events in the middle of the night.
It's almost as if borders are a physical thing instead of a political thing.
Or if politics shape magic.
Leylands are cool.
Ooh.
So, who wants to go in?
They're all gone dressed.
What? Are you crazy? I'm not going in there.
Why
They're not
not?
all gone.
Well, I'm not opposed, but we should probably take certain precautions in order
Eli
to
references his
protect
half
ourselves.
beaten up body.
I agree. I need supplies
Oh.
as well. Well, we're
It's
going
not
to
right
need
now.
eventually.
I suppose we should sleep.
So I'm feeling a
Yeah.
bit the worse for wear.
Who wants to head back to Thaliost?
No.
Just kidding.
Oh,
I think we should try and sleep and maybe message some people in the morning.
We need to
Go
talk
from
to
there.
SAO first thing.
Yes. Agreed.
Well, we're stuck here for now.
Right. At least we're on the ship.
I hope this thing stays in the air.
It should. It's supposed to never stop.
I'm asking out of character because I actually just don't remember. Do we have any sort of way to even attempt to contact the Traveler?
Lol, no.
we've got
So far, all of you have heard his whispers in your dreams, or there was that one time he appeared before you. But that was of his own will. He just sort of appeared there in front of you all. And then
Lol
left.
whispers and dreams.
I will be, yeah, Faye is going to be like deep in prayer tonight before sleeping, seeing if just looking for some sort of guidance. Because, despite everyone else said, Faye's done fucked up by this. Like, this is catastrophic. So, yeah, she's probably just gonna go straight to bed because not really feeling the mood.
Mm-hmm. Alright.
Well, I have a question to those of us who would stay up. What kind of supplies would we need to go back in? I don't know what kind of dangers we would face in a now mourned land on air.
I don't know. Have any of y'all been in the Mornlands?
Not myself.
Likely food, water, resistance to necrotic energy.
Oh, yeah. Easy, and literally impossible.
Well, I'm sure that's not
Not impossible.
Alright, but it's hard, isn't it?
Yes.
Very difficult.
Yes,
There's usually consequences.
We
It is
probably
hard.
shouldn't run in there without knowing exactly what we're gonna run into.
Here's a thought. There's meant to be another draconic prophecy fragment above Stormhome, correct?
Yes.
Perhaps the island where that dragon is living would be a decent staging point.
Perhaps we take a look.
Also, DM.
We don't know if it's
Right.
above Stormhome or in Stormhome, right?
I thought it was.
I don't believe you were told that it was above Stormhome, just that it was Stormhome was its location.
Will that be
Do I
awfully
have any
unfortunate?
knowledge of like ways to get necrotic resistance?
You know that certain magic items, certain enchantments could provide that.
Okay. There are.
What was that last question?
I was asking if I know ways to get necrotic resistance,
Be a
Gotcha.
celestial.
and yeah, there are some.
I mean, yeah, we might as well just zonk out and then deal with this shit in the morning because there's nothing we can do now.
Can anyone message Aseo?
Leroy's the only one with message.
More importantly, sending. You're
Yep.
welcome.
Would you please? We should see if he's alive.
Cool. Just a general. Are you still capable of pooping kind of thing?
Yeah.
Ask if he's alright, or if he has any idea what happened.
So, are you alive? Requesting status update on.
Maybe perhaps
You know,
a second morning.
A little more concern for his well-being would be good.
But I did ask if he was alive. All right. So, are you alive? We're worried about you. You should call more often. What happened over there?
yes, something along those lines.
Are you alive?
Are you
Second morning occurred. Stormhome is gone. How should we proceed?
What do?
Oh, yes. You probably mentioned that Stormhome's gone. Alright, so I will
on
give
there.
him a sending.
All right, to Aseo, you said?
To Aseo, yes, please.
Just double checking. Cool.
Alright, so word by word. Are you alive? We were just barely able to escape the second event. Eric has forgotten.
Morning.
Sure. What happened over there? Stormhome has disappeared. How should we proceed? Thanks.
Okay. You receive a response, and I'm gonna count my own words here and see how this goes.
Oh my.
Takes more to kill me.
Hey.
It's chaos here. Wave came from the south. And then, more important than ever, define the prophecy.
using an infinitive in there, just throwing words around.
I had a few left.
That's fair. I'm not really one to speak about word economy.
Alright, let's get some rest. We can deal with this tomorrow.
Okay.
You don't have to tell me twice.
Did anyone do anything with Carrick? Or is
okay?
Carrick still slumped over the wheel?
I would assume I'm still passed out, right?
I
Yeah.
will go pick up
I
Carrick.
retcon all the talking I did.
Okay, fair enough. I kind of forgot as well, but yes, Carrick is passed out.
I'll go pick him up and take him downstairs.
Clemens throws up a lot on her way downstairs. It's like black. It looks pretty nasty.
Ooh. Ew.
I don't feel
Fine.
terribly great, she says.
That looks terrible.
Yes. I think I need to sleep it off.
As Clemens passes below deck and into the light of the torches, you'd normally expect somebody under the light of multiple torches to have a few shadows of various shades, but Clemens seems to have too many.
Ooh.
You know what? My passive perception's low. I'm not gonna think about that too hard.
Yeah, mine's not that high, but I will notice it.
Half the
'cause
party
that's
has like a
the thing I
20, so
noticed.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'll notice it tomorrow.
that's fair.
I'm trying to find where. Oh, I'm trying to add what you told me to add because I realized I can't do it from D&D Beyond anymore.
Oh, we're not using D&D Beyond at all for these sheets, anyways.
I know.
Would someone mind
Working on it.
detecting magic on Clemens here? And trying to identify what's wrong, what the morning did?
Sure, I've got a little bit left in me. Also, that isn't strenuous at all. So I'll take a look. Just casting Detect Magic. I assume I see a lot.
There's a bit.
You don't see any particular spell, but you do see some sort of aura. Not associated with a school.
Oh, sorry. The a lot I was assuming I'd see was also around the rest of us that were on
there's
deck.
there's various magical equipment. Clemens' scarf in particular looks very magic. Far more magic than you would have expected. But yeah.
All right. Yeah, a few things I need to change here.
And I believe it would be abjuration. Unless I'm
Scarf.
misremembering.
Sure.
I believe that's right.
A scarf of protection.
Abjuration is correct, yes.
Alright, let's go to bed.
Eli just, snuggles Juno for the night, not feeling really well.
Yeah, I'm sitting downstairs in my room, just taking some time.
All right. So you guys all fall back asleep. I assume Drost drops Carrick back off in a safe place. You gonna throw him back in his hammock on the front of the ship, or to somewhere else?
Somewhere a little safer.
Well, you find a spot for him, and everyone returns to sleep. And your bodies are all tired, especially wiped out from the some of you that got hit by such a strange magical blast, but your minds are racing with what just happened. And you may or may not have had a fairly restless sleep this evening. Regardless, you all gain the benefits of a long rest. And Karik is awake again.
You can't rest us. That's cool.
What's up?
Oh, I think you just long rested us.
I didn't do anything.
No.
Oh, I didn't click long rest, but I now have HP again.
Do you have D&D Beyond open as well and still have the extension installed?
Be it, because I was
Yeah.
trying to find the feet thing. Well, I
Is
got
that,
a long rest.
That will sync over your HP and stuff.
Well, that's convenient. And not convenient.
I forgot I took 40 hit points worth of damage from that one fucking blast.
Yeah, from
strong.
like 600 miles away.
That almost knocked me the
That was
fuck
just a
out,
shockwave
guys.
too.
Yeah. Who'd have thunk what would have happened if we were still in the fucking blast zone?
Aren't we?
New characters, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, that'll hurt.
Yeah, definitely would have hurt. Is an understatement.
Why am I rolling as Smashly and not as Eli?
Check the bottom. I don't know.
What do you mean rolling as?
Or put my text came up as Smashly. Is
Oh,
that always
chat?
been like that?
because you don't have a token on the scene.
That makes
You
sense.
speak as your currently selected token. So actually, if you select the strangers on the map, which I think you can do, you would speak as the strangers. Kind of weird, unless I disabled that. But
Nope.
apparently not. Either way. So it is now the
When Eli-
morning. The sun has risen and it's fairly cloudy below you.
Yeah, when Eli wakes up, he like immediately books it to the deck to basically just to like, was I dreaming that whole thing? And looks out at, Mournland 2.0 and gets disappointed again.
As you look out over it, it's even more apparent than it was before that this Mournland that you can see in front of you now in the light of the sun is a strange, sickly color. It's darker, it's a little more blue. There's something off about it. I mean, the Mournland was always something off, right? But this is even more so.
Hate it.
Clemens is probably up there also, looking out over the side of the deck. At this point, she looks far worse than she did yesterday. Her skin's kind of a very sickly grayish. Her hair is all split ends and ragged. Looks like a cumulative like 10 years of just fell into bed drunk, woke up and didn't brush her hair.
Oh shit!
She's looking out over the side, and she turns back and she says, this used to be where I sailed with my crew. I wonder if they're still down there somewhere."
Oh. Well, maybe they were out on the open seas and they're safe.
I hope so.
Oh, you don't look so good, Clemens.
Well, I don't feel so good. Whatever hit us last night is... I fear there are some lingering effects. They're ones
Is
I
anything-
can't identify.
Have you had anything like this happen to you before?
Not as such, no.
Feeling some effects as well. I'm not sure exactly what they are. But
What about the others who were up top when it hit? Who was it? It was Clemens, Eli, Leroy, and who else?
Carrick.
And at that, Carrick will wake up in a cold sweat and immediately wake up to like the horrible sight of the sickly, dark mist and run up to the top deck. Is everyone all right?
We're somewhat
Well-
changed.
Clemens ain't doing too good, but I'm right as rain.
I'm not sure how I feel either. That was one hell of a night.
I'm fine. I was below deck.
I'm fine, you little dick.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to mock.
Eli.
Yeah?
But, never mind. Okay, we have to. I was really hoping SA would have more to tell us. We need to figure out where to go.
You spoke to him?
Someone did. I believe Leroy sent to him last night. We didn't speak, of course, but
So he's all right then.
he's alive.
Okay.
Yes.
What did he have to say?
Well, he said it was chaos, right?
Yes. His
He-
exact words were, "It takes more than that to kill me." I'm embellishing, obviously. It's chaos here. Wave came from the south, and it's more important than ever to find the prophecy. So,
So
To me,
just
this
staying out of
says-
it's not an option.
correct. We're going to need to delve into Stormhome.
I see.
How high up does the the mist go?
The moorland to the far south, southeast, it raises about 1,000 feet into the air. This one raises almost 2,000.
Yikes. Okay, so this is worse Mornland. Fun.
Well, it might be less dense Mornlane there.
Wishful thinking.
You can fuck around and find out.
It's going to be a staircase eventually.
What does the Mornland do to people? I don't know.
It's different for everyone, it seems. Some people can just die. Some people, like that halfling we saw, who was very tall. And then people like Balthazar, who his arm was like malformed, right?
Balthazar?
Yeah.
Yeah, Balthazar was in rough shape. He had replaced multiple parts of his body with prosthetics, including multiple limbs, I believe one arm, one leg, part of his face, and most of his torso.
Jeez. Yeah. And then you saw what it did to Balthazar.
I don't remember. I'm dumb.
Oh, well, he was basically a cyborg at that point with the repairs he had to do to himself.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
Oh, yes, I do know what he did.
Yes, I apologize. I'm a little stressed.
Totally understandable.
Reasonable.
Oh shit.
So yeah, how do we go back in? Do we just go and pray, or where do we go to get the enchantments to go back in?
Maybe, well, Leroy,
Yes?
your deity, or not, maybe not your deity, your patron was trying to contact you, it seemed, before this.
I believe that might have had something more to do with Duldur than my patron in particular.
I see.
Which I would imagine also has something to do with the event of last evening.
Maybe. Go ahead.
I'm wondering, perhaps, are these sections, these mournlands, a breaking of the law onto the prime material plane?
Like they're bleeding together.
Oh, yes, a merging of the two.
But the part I can't figure out is why is it along countries' borders? What does a country have to do with the attack and change? That makes it seem almost targeted.
Yes.
Do I know anything about the religion of the land presently known as Morn?
My God.
Do you know anything of the religion of the region? What do you mean?
Yes, the religion of actually both of these regions.
There's not a
the
ton
land
of religious
yeah.
history behind them. They were all. Are you just talking about history? I don't think religion ties into it.
Okay, I mean that's also a useful metagame answer.
Fair enough.
I
Okay,
was
so yeah.
like, what do they worship?
Oh, okay, gotcha. Thrain, you'd be very familiar with Thrain's primary religion, the
Yes.
Silver Flame, but they're really like the main state that has a like state enforced religion. Everywhere else is just kind of whatever. The Silver Flame are continent wide. Many people across the continent worship the 12. Many are atheist. And yeah, that covers the main three.
And then there are heathens like us.
Yeah, and then there's the Dark Six, which would include the Traveler.
Yes. Hey, the sixth one don't fit.
The sixth one, it ain't fitting.
It
There's a few more, but those are like the main ones, at least the like quote unquote positive ones, for the most part.
The positive religions, like the worship of the Dark Six.
Well, I mean, there's the Blood of Vol, the Cults of the Dragon Below, the Undying Court, etc.
There's a little bit more actively malicious.
There's a few fairly malicious cults, and then there are like the big three, like mainstream, widely accepted, which are the Silver Flame, the Worship of the 12, or the Sovereign Host is their real name, and just not believing in anything.
Which is when gods show up at your house and break your windows.
Terry Pratchett.
Yep. All right. Scrap that theory.
Maybe you can ask your patron of any ways that we can like protect ourselves while we venture through this.
I will say as a note to something that was mentioned previously, that would be an universe thing that all of you who know magic would know. When you mentioned planes intersecting or potentially spilling through, that is a common thing. Those are called manifest zones, and you've actually accidentally created one before. When you were trying to create a bag of holding for the first time, you guys opened a temporary manifest zone to the plane of fire. And some cities in Eberron are built around beneficial manifest zones, such as Sharn, which I believe is connected to the elemental plane of air, which helps keep its massively tall towers erect. Things like that. Like
in more than 4 hours.
I like the way you phrase that.
Yep.
Would you call them impressive?
You could say they're impressive, yes. They're impressive enough that there's a special set of rules in the source book for if you fall off a tower in Sharn, you don't fall all the way down. It's just what do you hit on the way. So that's how
Don't
impressive.
inflate their ego like that.
So huge,
so massive.
Oh
Stop
my.
fluffing it up, man. It's a little ridiculous.
Now we've gone too far.
All right, I'll stop.
But yes, so manifest zones are a thing. You've never heard of one this large, though. But that is something
like
that
the
happens.
Mournlands?
I mean, you've never heard of the Mournland described as a manifest zone,
So
but
so
no
this
one's
is not
like.
a manifest zone. I understand. Now,
But I
yes.
mean, the Mournland itself is very very not understood. You're not sure if it is or if it isn't. You're not sure if it's nuclear fallout, if it's a manifest zone, if it's a great magic spell, if it's who knows. It's just the Mournland. It only happened 4 years ago, and people are still recovering from it. So not a lot of study has been done, unfortunately. Not a lot of study that's produced results, at least.
And people have lived.
People have lived through it.
Fascinating. So it seems like we're taking a dive into the Mournlands.
Seems like it.
Everybody up for that?
Have I
don't know if
told
I'm not
anybody
confined
how
to
much I
Indian.
don't like that idea?
I want to see how it works.
Well, do you want to be heroes or not?
Oh, I mean,
I
that's
mean-
exactly what I'm here to do. I just don't know if this is our way. I feel like time is now significantly of the essence.
I'm more of
Agreed.
just interested what's inside.
Maybe there's some precautions we can take. Like maybe Leroy can ask his patron for any information.
Sorry, what's up?
I was saying maybe
I
you
got-
could ask your patron to ask if there's any like precautions we could take before we entered the
Oh, sure,
the
yeah.
new Mournland.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, you're not.
The death zone, so to speak.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, I think we need to know that for sure.
That was awesome.
Right. Or who can we ask,
Put your mouth left.
or who might be qualified to help us with that? Because because answers tend to be a little bit more succinct than that might facilitate. So maybe we should find somebody on this plane who can help us.
I think we need to speak to SAO in greater detail.
I think so. Perhaps we can visit him. It's not too far, is it?
Visit
No,
him
yeah,
in
sure.
Mournland 2.0.
No, sure, but if we chart a course around the Mournland, we wouldn't have to go very far in if we were to travel over Lake Galifar.
How high is the fog?
It's about 2,000 feet.
Okay.
I assume we would have difficulty traveling at that altitude.
And you use your English accent, I hear.
Really? That's exciting.
That's what I was
It
wondering,
might
is if
Be difficult. Weren't we flying above the clouds just last night, though?
You guys are very high up. Yeah, you're above the clouds right now.
Not 2,000 feet, though.
We should take a look over the city either way, just to see if there is a perch like SAO has. Yes.
DM, do I recall how high the observatory was, or what was the I don't remember what that thing's called.
SAO's orrery?
Orrery, yeah. Do I remember how high up that was?
I mean, I don't know that you would have gotten a good estimate. You traveled there by teleportation and then just kind of looked down from above, but pretty high.
Okay, yeah, I figured because I had a night of wandering around the place, I might have gotten a better idea.
I mean, it's a
But
similar spectacle to what you're witnessing now.
Okay. So we were definitely above the clouds. That's the idea.
Yes, I believe, if I recall correctly, it was raining, and then you teleported up there, and it was bright because you're above the rain at that point.
Okay, yeah.
Before we do anything like that, I am someone who can send. I would think that we could just send a message to him very briefly saying, is it safe for us to go into Stormhome? Like, can we just do this?
I think we already know the answer.
Almost certainly not safe.
There's no way it's safe.
Okay.
Ooh, I could ask my patron whether we will die if we go into Stormhome. That's
That's
more relevant
really good to
question.
know.
Yeah.
I feel like the answer is going to be maybe.
Well,
Did you
perhaps.
guys ask how many times we'll die?
I think perhaps the answer will be irrelevant.
Eli, I hate how right you are.
It's alright. I hate how right I am too.
All right. Now, there is a sacrifice we could make here to improve the effectiveness of the questioning process, but I'm not sure if any of you will like it.
Is it like drugs or something?
Is
No,
it a
not
blood
quite.
sacrifice?
Not quite, no. I think particularly it might bother Eli. I could not ask if Juno is the best girl.
Excuse me!
You know, increase the power level of the spell by 25%.
That was some build-up.
it is
Trade-off.
it is a thought. Yeah, it's definitely
right.
a thought.
But what if your god thinks now because of Moorland 2.0? Maybe the goodest girl was in there and they died, so now Juno is the goodest girl.
I thought Juno was the goodest girl already. How could someone be gooder?
I'm just saying, in the god's eyes, she was always the goodest girl for me.
I don't think irrelevance means that there was someone gooder.
Shh, Carrick, and he likes
Favorite child by
he's
process
stand
of
up.
I'm just saying.
elimination.
I'm just
Carrick,
saying that she's still the
Carrick.
best.
Okay. I'll take that.
She was always the best.
It's like how Carrick is the nicest person in this group, alphabetically and in no other way.
What?
All right,
What?
let's take a look.
Oh,
Let's take a look over the
Don't worry
city to see if there is another floating island. And then while we do
it's
that,
Milo's who's having a bad time. Sorry.
Leroy can ask his golden the questions. Yes.
Did you say ask his goat the question?
His
Leroy,
goat.
do you have a goat?
Oh, I
No, he's
think he
definitely
said-
saying goat.
think he said God, but
Good.
of course,
No, that
I'm
sounds
not
like
really
tea.
sure what, well, quite what it is. Sort of like a god, I suppose.
Oh, by the way, out of character, I know that we top down can see that, Thalios wasn't hit. Did anyone in character confirm that Thalios wasn't hit since, there's a 2,000 high little cloud wall blocking our view?
Nope, don't give a shit.
None of us give a shit about the allies
I
we've
mean,
made.
We didn't really.
I literally
one
don't care.
ally.
While you were about like here-ish rather than like up here, when the fog was still coming up, you noticed it was coming mostly north and then hooking around to the east, rather
Oh, I
than
do
spreading out
remember
in a
that.
uniform direction. So, it technically possible that it could have hit Thalios, but I feel like it's not too much of a stretch to know the Moorland hit exactly along a country line, and this appears to have done the same thing.
Well, thank goodness we didn't get on there to take back Thalios, huh?
Congratulations, guys!
Wait,
We've liberated you. Oh no!
Oh no! That would have been terrible.
All right. So what did we decide was the requisite before we make any moves into Stormhome? Are you gonna
I
ask
think
your
it was
patron?
like circling around to see if we see something.
Yeah, we should see if we can get over the city to look and see if there's a dragon lair just floating up somewhere that we can go and say hi. And while we're doing that, Leroy should ask his patron what the fuck is going on.
Perfect plan. Carrick, are you good to fly?
Sure am.
Let's do it.
What the fuck is going on?
All right. So, how far of a trip is that? It'll take you a little over 2 hours to get just above the area there and to start scouting around. So I'll go ahead and advance that clock. It's approaching midday, a little earlier. And you guys manage to lift up and over the edge of this wall of fog. And you begin searching. Can I have everyone who wants to be on the lookout for a potentially tiny floating landmass in the sky
Can I do that and sample my sanity?
that may or may not be magically?
Leroy.
Yeah.
I gave you the Sentinel Shield to hold on to, so if
Yes.
you are using that, that's advantage.
Yeah, I don't know if I can do that and also
Contact
have a
your
convo
patron.
with Leon. Yeah, if you want to take the shield for the moment, though.
Alright, I'll take it to see if I can spot anything while you're contacting.
And we roleplay that in character.
Something, give me the shield, okay.
Yeah.
All right, so Carrick pilots the ship around and about, up and down, back and forth across Stormhome, just trying to see if you can catch sight of anything above this fog here. And you don't see anything.
Hot damn.
Alright, it's in the city, and we're going in.
What? What?
Hold your breath, boys.
Wait, let me at least get Juno under deck at least. God
Oh,
damn.
hey, did we? Who took those lungs?
Lungs?
Oh, we had a
From
pair
Thea.
of... Yeah, we had a pair of...
We might want to use those. I say in character.
Oh yeah, someone should definitely take him.
It's because those might actually do something against this. Against this?
Maybe Carrick, just so our pilot is protected.
Cool.
mean,
Carrick,
sure.
open up if you don't mind.
Do they...
Oh.
Do they replace your actual lungs?
Do you
Yes.
have a gag reflex, Carrick?
Dear God.
There's only one way to find out.
Stick it in.
What trooper?
They are attunement, by the way, so if you're
Yeah.
approaching that cap.
I just freed up a new slot.
There you go. All right. Let's see.
I don't know who has those, but we do have them.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull up Carrick's sheet here. I'm gonna see if I actually have that item already imported or not, because I can't remember how much I
don't think I had
auto-imported.
them.
I think we just surgeried them out and then ended the session or interrogated that poor woman for a while.
All right. I don't have them in Foundry, but here is a link to them, if in case you need that for reading over what they do. But yeah, you now have that, and that is one of your attunement slots.
Where did we get these again?
They were inside of Thea.
Right.
Someone, was it me that noticed them or someone else? I think I did just like
Sure,
detect magic.
there was some stuff going on. Yeah, you noticed a magical field inside her, and also that because she died by her neck being broken, that they were unable to eject themselves out her throat like they normally would when somebody dies while wearing them. So a little bit of butchering had to be done.
Surgery.
Is it surgery on a corpse?
It's autopsy.
Autopsy, yeah, thanks.
I mean, I suppose they did surgery on a grape, so...
Pick a happy
an
middle
ancient
ground
name
and
for
call it just recovery.
I'm imagining a magical crane.
Looting.
Magical crane, yes. Alright. So, Carrick, as you begin to attune to these, they shrink down and the actual lung parts of them kind of fold into the... it all folds into basically a pill that you can swallow.
Huh.
It's gonna be a tough pill to swallow.
It is pretty large for a pill, and it is metal.
Well, down the hatch.
All right, you manage to swallow it, and you feel a really odd sensation in your chest. It doesn't hurt necessarily, but it's just like a weird inflating pressure. And then you suddenly feel like you can breathe much better than you ever have in your life. You feel like you can breathe in way deeper than makes any sense, and you can breathe out for way longer than makes any sense.
Eric's about to become the best singer of all time.
Oh, can I have that in real life? Because, you know, my asthma.
They allow you to inhale so much air that you can cast Gust of Wind by blowing.
My God.
Jesus Christ.
Bug.
I am going to start a Screamo band.
Yes.
Hell yeah, brother.
That is indeed the correct thing to do with this power.
Flex your powers.
I realized that she could have taken this and led a whole different life.
You can breathe out for a full minute, hard enough so that you can blow at like any creatures in front of you 15 feet away and make it really hard for them to get to you.
Oh my God, he's the big bad wolf.
That is a ridiculous amount of air pressure
Holy shit.
for a full minute.
Yeah, and it's in a 10-foot wide line
Yeah.
for 60 feet.
So, like, what happened to his real lungs? Is he just gonna, like, poop them out later?
They disappear. I'm reading it now. It literally says
yeah,
they disappear.
they straight up disappear. So you might not want to. If the attunement ends, your original lungs reappear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why
weak.
you don't poop
No
them
more
out.
lungs.
Okay.
They pop back out the front.
Wow, imagine a magic item that makes you shit out your own lungs.
That'd be badass.
And it's good.
Yeah, and it's a good thing.
Jordan starts writing things down furiously.
What did it cost? Everything.
Was it worth it? Yes. 100%. Anyway, here's Wonderwall.
Yeah, I was gonna say, was it worth it? Blows wind.
So anyways, D&D.
Yeah,
All
let's
right.
go,
Yeah. So Karak has
what we're
finished
getting
returning to the
to.
lungs. You guys heading straight in then? Or are you making more
Well, we-
preparations?
Wait.
Leroy was
Okay,
going to
think
contact
about
the patron, right? And just ask, like,
Yeah, we questions.
something.
Are we die? First question.
Yeah.
Is this a terrible fucking idea?
This is Carrick.
Yes. Okay, just checking.
Classic.
Mm-hmm. All right. So if they've done their observing, I will. With all my friends around, we should probably use what we can to ensure that this works. Either Milos or Carrick. Eli, would you mind spinning a nice tune?
Oh, yeah. For what? I wasn't paying attention.
Oh, I'm going to try and reach out to my patron.
Oh, yeah, I can play you a nice tune. Dun, 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 and you're inspired.
Dun 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 dun. All right, I will cast Contact Other Plane.
Under
Spell slot.
Go ahead and make that in save. Or don't make it. It's your choice. You can willingly fail.
I choose to make it. Oh, not that way.
You're fine.
I won't use my die. You know what? It's gonna go away anyway.
Yeah, just
Nah, it won't go away anyway. Because I can cast this more times if we have
You
more
could.
questions.
Oh no.
You technically could.
Yep. It only
The
takes
choice
1
you
minute.
can make.
Certainly try.
Well,
All right.
Leroy would have been useful to have there, but he won't anymore because he's insane.
He's fine. He's fine. All right. Question 1: Is Juno the best girl?
Go!
Irrelevant.
God, Fucking damn it!
Well, at least we know it's still.
It's the baseline
Leon.
question. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the control.
What's the name of the prime minister's dog?
As soon as the answer is yes, Leroy's gonna be like, "This isn't my patron. What's going on?"
The follow up to that is, who is this?
Irrelevant.
Uh-oh.
Okay, sorry.
All right. Question 2. What just happened to Onde?
Not sure. I'm trying to figure out how it would respond with a short phrase here.
Yeah, that one was kind of pushing it, not gonna lie.
Suffering.
Oh.
Wow, I just failed to type ing twice in a row. How can we protect ourselves within the moorland? And if you stay suffering,
He's gonna say don't.
Irrelevant.
Should have said on dare.
yeah. Oh, I did mean to say New
yourselves.
Moorland. Yeah.
Unclear.
Moorland. Unclear. I love it.
How many of us will die if we dive in right now?
What precautions? No, wait. That's the same question. I wrote it twice. Who might be able to protect us within the moorland?
God.
Wait till the answer is nobody.
No.
We're gonna go in there and find a Mad Max figure.
Yes. New Moorland.
If he says Warforged Titans, I swear to fucking God.
Give me a second.
The old Moorland. Also, I'm pretty sure that the old Moorland, if we go in, Jordan's just gonna like invite us to a Fallout 76 server.
I have the dumbest answer, and now I have to say it.
Oh no.
Not me.
Oh no.
Well, you know, it is true and it is information.
That's actually really fucking funny.
It's a pretty big category.
It's better than unclear. It's technically more specific.
It is better than unclear.
Not me. Yeah, you're on your fucking own, dude.
Man, this is your decision to make.
Will
All right,
I die, bro?
Yeah, question 5. Will we die if we go into Stormhome?
Eventually.
Oh, that's helpful.
It doesn't say instantly.
That is
I
helpful.
relate these answers to the party. So,
All right.
we won't die immediately if we go in. Unfortunately, it was not clear whether leaving would make that death not happen.
Oh.
But does he know if Juno will die if we go in there and Juno's safe inside the
Since Juno is one of us, I would say it's fairly certain that Juno also would die.
All right, we're not going in. Nope.
If
No, we're
we
not going in.
stay in
Well,
there.
I mean, you could throw Juno into the sea instead.
No.
Well, she might have a better chance of living. You understand we have to go in there.
This is the time for action. Yeah, we have no choice.
But I don't want my dog to die.
Something.
And maybe your
If your
dog can
dog
stay on the ship.
dies, we'll just get you a ferret or something there invincible.
If
That took me a second.
Especially the crimson variety.
Wow.
Eli's face turns very sour when you say that.
You a blink dog?
The people who were inside the ship did not get hit with the effects when the wave passed through. I feel like Juno would be safe inside.
Is anyone gonna stay on the ship with her, or are we all leaving the ship?
You can stay on the ship with her if it's truly important to you. But she's been all right in the past, hasn't she?
Yeah, because we haven't gone into some weird misty death room that where suffering is happening.
Well,
The mist room.
to be
does
clear,
appear.
we don't know if the suffering's still happening. What happened
we
to
just
on
know
there
it
was
happened.
suffering.
Well, y'all can go in there, but I'm staying on the ship with Juno. I don't want to leave her alone.
I respect that.
Mm-hmm.
To be fair, I don't think we need everyone.
Yeah, we could go
Damn,
in
dude.
shifts.
We could just do a short reconnaissance mission.
Speaking of reconnaissance missions and taking our time here, how much food do we have on this ship?
That is not a question. I don't think we've looked.
Yeah, I don't think
we
anyone's
definitely
actually.
don't know in character.
You've looked over the supplies that were on the ship when you commandeered it.
Yeah.
But no one's like done a thorough investigation, like inventory. You just looked like, oh yeah, these are crates of food. Yep.
Carrick will go down and try and estimate how many days worth of food there is for how many people we have.
All right, roll me an investigation check. All right.
Damn.
And what a time.
So there are quite a few barrels of fresh water stored here, which is good because you're up in the air. Hard to get that. As well as several crates of rations aboard. It looks like not that they packed light, but it was a ship for soldiers. There's no luxuries here. But it is food that'll last you quite a while. You would estimate about a month's worth of food for the 8 of you.
Nice.
So we got about a month, but beyond that, we're gonna need to find some food.
Like
And
it's
water.
7 of us that actually eat.
True.
I mean, there's the woods that are right in the country next to Thrain or whatever.
That is true. We could always go hunting.
Yeah.
Didn't we assault some locals around there? No, we tried to. No, we helped them instead, and they'll be grateful to us.
Yeah, they gave us drugs. I mean, we gave them drugs.
Oh, I didn't mean the Silverwood. I meant like the woods that are closer to us.
Oh, Eli, we don't want to go in those, I think.
Why not?
That's the suffering.
Karnath has something of a reputation.
That's not the suffering. The suffering's the
not?
cloud. What do you mean the woods is suffering?
Oh, I wasn't looking. I didn't realize we had the map up. Let me switch to the map so I actually know what I'm talking about. Yes, the
Loki,
Silverwood.
Karnath, out of character, is that the necromancy place?
It
They
sure is.
they do practice necromancy there.
Okay, just checking.
Yes,
No, not
that's the reputation.
I don't believe has anyone visited Karnath? Have we established that?
I sure as fuck
I
haven't.
haven't.
Yeah, you guys would have heard for sure they.
What's that?
Sorry, I interrupted.
I said I don't think we've established that with my character.
Right.
We're establishing it right now, I think.
Yeah, like has anyone visited Karnath before? Open question.
Nope. Fucking nope.
Milos has actively avoided Karnath.
Fair enough.
Nope, not Faye.
I mean, Eli has actively traveled.
Right.
So
So
if
Eli
any-
may have.
So if anything, if he did visit Karnath, it was probably Vulyar, like on his way, like around the Talenta Plains or whatever, because that's like closest to his country.
Okay. So yeah, we'll say
If
Eli.
he did at all.
I think it's fair that Eli would have visited. So you would probably know it better than the other characters, and you would know that Karnath isn't just known for necromancy; it's known for military strength and might, and almost a military just in a form of tradition. Like you grow up, you join the military; it's just part of life there.
No, it's just militaristic.
And they're also very utilitarian. A dead body is a potentially part of the workforce if you use necromancy on it, and so on and so forth. Their rulership is also primarily consisting of undead who have managed to stay alive stay undead rather, through the magics of the country, essentially.
Oh, so the king is like an undead king because he's just stayed alive.
Like a lich.
He's a lich.
Like a lich.
They have a whole council, I believe. It's a full. I could double check into that, but they have
like several liches.
Yeah.
Essentially several liches.
Who wants the lich hunting?
Did I get the sense when I visited that it was a pretty evil place, or are they just like undead people?
You just get the sense that they have a different morality about necromancy than many other places would. And a different morality when it comes to strength, violence, use of force, etc. Very much so a survival of the strongest type place, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, I can get behind that.
Yeah, so Eli would be like, it's really not that bad, guys. You know, I think Drost would like it there. Motions to Drost.
All right, guys.
Drost
A
is
lich
from the
is only
demon
tier
waste.
17 outside of its lair. I think we've got this, right?
At least for today, we do.
I think there's a good chance we survive long enough to figure something out if we go in.
Wait.
Oh,
What?
and I misspoke earlier.
Into the morning? Or
Oh,
we
into Stormhome. Okay.
Yeah, it's Stormhome.
Sorry, I
Or
thought you
we
meant
just-
the Karnak, and I'm like,
No.
I did not mean what I said.
And I misspoke earlier when I said that Thrain was the only state that has held a state religion. The Karnath does have the blood of Vol as their state religion.
The blood of...
Whoa.
What the fuck is the blood of Vol?
You can make a religion check if you wanna see if your character recalls.
Sure. Boop. Boop.
Ross would have heard of it, yeah. It's probably something that the Goliaths and Orcs of the Demon Wastes probably would have kept a little bit of an eye on, judging by their role in the world, or what they see their role in the world as. So the blood of Vol is centered around the belief that everybody could eventually become a divine being if they just live long enough.
Oh.
And that death is the final end, and that when you're dead, there's no afterlife. That's it. So it's not a problem if you use somebody's dead body after they're dead, because there's no soul left. There's no spirit to be offended at that. Their dead body is just a dead body now. It's just material.
So a little antithetical to my ritualistic respect the ancestors clan upbringing.
Correct. They teach that there are no gods, there is just oblivion. So try and live as much as you can. And try and live as much as you can, not in like the happy, like live your life to the fullest way, but like try to get as much power as you can.
Mm-hmm.
Hedonism, but like directly about murder.
Like, remember when I said that Dross would like this?
I know yesterday.
I don't know if I would like it there that much. They do not respect the dead.
No, they, as far as I know, just turn them into workers or fighters.
Well, did anyone else want to try and remember anything deeper about it?
I would love to.
Eli would definitely have a chance at this.
What I
Since you visited. Religion, yeah. I'll give you advantage since you visited there before.
Alright, I'm not good at where I can't find it. There it is. I'm not good at religion. I was about to
I've-
click disadvantage 10. I know
Yeah,
Jack.
you've pretty much, while you were there, you gathered pretty much the same things that Drost and his people would know.
I've studied religion, so
I know even
I
less.
have proficiency. So.
Yeah, Faye, as having grown up in the Silver Flame, basically just heard, yeah, them folk are evil, and that was basically all you were ever taught on it, unfortunately. Nikarth, you would have gathered pretty much what Dross has gathered in your shorter time here in the continent, but having more directly studied the religions, you managed to gather that much information. All right.
Look it up.
Kulioski.
Well, I think we should probably try to get going with Stormhome before the fog sets in even further. I think this is the time. So,
Let's
if we
do
want
it.
to get a group to go down, I'm certainly going to be part of it.
Okay, let's hope we don't die.
Alright, Eli's gonna head down and stay with Juno in his room.
I am supremely interested, and I have little concern for pain or death.
I'm also willing to go down in.
Yeah, I guess it's worth a shot.
Do you guys have a means of flying?
No.
No.
I can fly.
How many people can you make fly?
3 people.
Ooh, I do have polymorph, so I can turn to a big bird if we need to get back out.
Ooh, that's kind of dope.
Let's have that as our back pocket option. Otherwise, we can. Leroy, you can send a message to Carrick, right?
Sure. Although, if I cast any more spells, rather, that will be my last one until I need to take a rest. Right. So.
You cast
I can
Sending
cast
so
a
far?
little bit more. Yes.
So you have 2 more.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
But then, if I cast anything while we're in Stormhome,
right,
then either fly or sending is my last spell.
Correct.
Until I take, a quick cat nap. Oh, hey, cat nap's a spell. That wasn't meant to be a pun, but it was.
Well, Fey polymorph is really the go-to here, I think, for getting out as we need to.
Fey can carry us.
Literally carrying the team.
Support life. I only play carries.
Okay, so is the whole ship descending in? What's the plan here?
That's the only way we can get down. Unless there's I'm sure we have a rope. There's a rope as part of this thing that could go down, but no, I think we have to get near the ground.
So, or try to put down on a roof.
Yeah, that seems like a good idea.
It would be easier to get close, but I don't want to put Eli and Juno in danger. Ultimately, I would say it's Carrick's decision how close we move, just because he's piloting.
Yeah, Carrick, you make the call.
So when you say how close, are you talking about how close to the fog, or what are you?
I mean, I was thinking to the ground.
The ground. Gotcha.
We don't have, I don't have Featherfall anymore. So
do we have to go through the mist either way?
The mist, you can only see mist right now.
I think we have to technically go through the mist either way.
Yeah, we have to descend in.
Yeah, no, I kind of assumed we would keep the ship kind of where it is now, just position it over, and we'd just skydive off.
Oh, okay. I thought maybe we would just float 20 feet above a building.
Yeah, no, I thought the fog was like miles in the air.
No, it's 2,000 feet. That's like a little less than a half mile.
Yeah, that's like less than a mile.
Eli shouts from his room, I can cast fly.
Oh, thank you, Eli. Good to know. Would you like to send us down then?
Sure. Let me think about how many people there are, and how many how much I have to upcast it. 1 second.
I have it as well if we need to use it. If we need more people.
No, let me just
Other
polymorph both
follows
ways.
that could work to get us down.
I can do one polymorph, carry everyone, probably. So, I don't know. I'm actually just imagining I can turn to a big bird. Maybe that's
yeah, actually, it's probably not good if I do it because I can only get like one other. I actually can only get myself or one other person.
Oh yeah, that's not so good.
What do you mean?
Yeah, I can
You
only
only
cast it at third level.
Third level spell slots.
Yeah.
Oh,
and
shit.
On the note of polymorph, it very much depends on what you transform into. If you could transform into something like huge, you probably could carry most of you. So depending on what you mean by big bird, we can look through some monster stat blocks real quick.
Yeah, I should have the biggest thing with flying that I'm able to transform into.
You guys are 11th level, so you can transform into something up to challenge rating 11. You want something with a fly speed. Let's see what's available.
Something huge. Please let rocks be under CR 11.
And the problem is it's got to be something you've seen before too.
And it has to be a beast.
That's wild shape. This is polymorph.
Oh, okay.
You could
Can be
polymorph
anything.
into whatever you want. Yeah. You could polymorph into just a different humanoid race if you want.
Hey,
Oh wait, really? I thought polymorph was just. That's true polymorph.
Am I thinking of true polymorph?
Yeah, polymorph is still just beasts.
Yeah.
Is it? Okay. My
Yeah.
mistake.
But really, monstrosity is a gross oversimplification of the beautiful
yeah. So any beast.
I think I can hit 3 of you with one spell.
Yesterday, didn't check it.
Okay, they are CR 11. Man, that's a terrifying bird.
Alright, now how can I tweak an argue phase backstory so that I've seen a rock before?
Was it this group I sent Quetzalcoatlus against, or the other one? Quetzalcoatli?
That sounds familiar. Isn't
they
turn into one of those.
No, I think they fought it before I showed up.
That's what that bitch summoned.
Yeah. Yep.
No, she summoned a coatl. This is a Quetzalcoatlus, which is a dinosaur.
Oh, those deal poison damage, right?
Quetzalcoatlus is like a pterodon. It's a dinosaur. It's a.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I think the other party. Where did we land? With that kid.
Because a Quetzalcoatlus would be large enough to carry quite a few of you, and that's something you could potentially polymorph into. But Eli would have seen one, unless this party has seen one in the past. I'm not sure.
I can't remember.
I've read a lot of books in my day.
That's fair. You can make a nature check to see if you've seen a Quetzalcoatlus in a book you've studied.
Oh, you know what? Now that I'm looking at the picture, we have seen one before because I think Eli turned into one or something.
The rock is CR11.
Oh yeah, Eli did turn into one.
Oh wait, hold on a second.
Yeah,
the really
Eli
long-necked bird. Yeah,
Yes.
I turned into that.
It's a really long-necked pterodactyl bird thing.
All of y'all saw that.
I have seen
know,
it.
You have seen it.
Say,
You consumed the knowledge.
polymorph and nature checks name a more iconic duo, but never mind.
You got the Matrix downloaded, but it's just the image of a Quetzalcoatl.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, that's an option. Those are huge, which means I can carry quite a few of you because your mobile size class is lower than it.
A rock is actually CR11, which is funny.
I know, right? They have
It's
28
not my
strength.
goal to find one.
Yeah, we gotta find one.
I want
Jordan,
this.
where the rocks at? Where's the
Not a
most
goal, dude.
terrifying
The rocks
mountain?
at.
We'd be really rolling.
Oh my.
All right, I'm going to the deck. I am casting polymorph.
Yeah,
I am a dinosaur.
I'm
bird.
ready.
I will be on deck
Declared
and
on
ready to
someone.
go.
Do I have to cast fly on anyone, or are you guys okay?
Nope, I think we're
Bye.
going through some bids. We'll fly on one bid.
All
By the
right.
way, it's attacking.
Don't die.
Thanks. Take care of your dog.
Are you coming?
Would this be easier without me? I kind of weigh a lot.
Oh, but it feels so empty without you.
I have a feather fall token if anyone
I
wants
am-
that.
So
I have
this regular
grabbed the
Featherfall
dross.
if anyone doesn't
Yeah.
want a Featherball token.
I would say that one Quetzalcoatl can carry one Drost and one Leroy, or 4 people, or whatever divisions of that. So
Holy
Leroy
shit.
and Drost count as 2
That
people,
makes sense.
because Leroy is metal, Drost is huge, especially after like growing from Giant's Might stuff.
All right, Leroy Dross, let me cast fly on you.
Wait, if there's 6 of you and 2 of you transforming, that math still works out. But
It does, yeah.
Who else is transforming?
I'm good. I don't need any help. I can.
if Faye
Wait,
and Eli both transform into a Quetzalcoatlus, then you can carry the whole party.
Well, Faye's not going down.
Eli's not going.
Or yeah,
Oh, you're
Eli's
not.
going down.
I didn't catch
No,
that.
because her dog.
No,
That's right.
Eli's staying on board with the dog.
That's
I don't
fair.
want the dog to die.
All
Because
right,
her
so we
mount's
know
gonna have a
Eli's
panic
dead.
attack. Or his mount's gonna have a panic attack if he leaves.
All right, magic item Thunder Shirt for Juno is in the priority list, but before that,
That's not the reason. Okay.
who is?
Well, I don't know if Thundershirt would help with the wall of literally fucking undead energy we have
I'm
to drive
sorry.
through.
Twere a joke. Let's just ready up somehow if you are going down.
I wonder what would happen if you gave Juno the magic human lungs.
I'm
Mm,
looking at the check marks above everyone's heads. Who hasn't readied up yet?
Garrett sits on the edge of the ship, ready to just kind of fall off.
in this case, as much as I want to go, Drost will probably stay back because his weight is kind of a liability.
Oh hey,
Charlie could have twin spelled polymorph. Right?
Good shot, Elite. That was a good shot, though.
True,
Oh,
twin
that's
spell
very
polymorph
funny.
does
I'd
indeed
rather
work.
not. That's a lot of
No?
sorcery points.
Oh,
Also,
Oh, all right.
Just for the transfer, I got to do this both ways. Remember that.
I mean, I can just spend a third of my spell slots.
I could
On
just
fire.
spend a little bit, which is less comparatively.
If Leroy and I can fly, then it's fine.
Yeah.
Eli is done with the back and forth, and he just casts fly on Leroy and Drost. And
Thank
just
you.
Goes
that
back
works.
under deck like, oh my god.
All right,
Thank
I've
you,
readied up.
Getting him
Ready to
back
go.
is going to be a problem. Let's
Ding-a-ling-a-ling.
I swan dive over the edge.
Yeah, Carrick just kind of falls over and just starts free falling.
I'm grabbing
Myler
Nikara.
and Mika
Yeah.
is the same as Karik.
I'm coming on.
Who even needs? You know what? I'm carrying
The other
whoever
4.
needs to be carried.
You-
Okay.
the light people.
Yep.
So
The
everyone
ones who
besides
aren't
Eli and
glass
Drost.
automata are giants.
I
Alright.
will step off the edge and let my weight carry me downwards.
All right. So
I'm fine.
you guys plummet through the edge of this fog. Drost and Leroy hitting first, and Leroy, you feel a bit tingly when you hit it, but it's not like a ridiculously bad sensation. It's just kind of like
Is it spiders?
there's static across. Nice reference, but no, it's just like static across your the metal bits of your skin, really.
Yeah.
Drost, it fucking hurts. It's bad. It is like it's not cold. It's just biting at your skin. It's biting in like a way that feels like it's both cold and warm at the same time.
Like frostbite.
It's bad. And you notice that this fog has like a peculiar smell to it. You can't quite put your finger on it, but it's a little sweet. And I would like Dross to make a Constitution saving throw.
Remember, guys, arsenic tastes sweet.
So does lead. Or
Ooh, that's
lead sugar.
That's a 2 that turns into a 9.
Classic.
Fuck me.
Are all of us doing that, Con?
Only Dross and Leroy have hit the fog at this point
Do
because
you
they
have
both just
Indomitable?
jumped off.
Oh, Indomitable, that, yeah.
You flex as the necrotic hits you. Okay,
I'm
you
too
manage
tough,
to shake off this energy that's trying to press on you, and
Thank you, Kieran.
feel like you're okay. I mean, it's
Unbearable
uncomfortable,
thickness.
but you don't feel like you're deteriorating fast. The others of you hit the fog soon after, and first I would like Faye to make a concentration check upon hitting this.
Oh, so Faye might die right now. I have that at advantage. What? Oh, is there?
That's how the party dies.
Wait.
You would have advantage.
shit.
Are you talking about Warcaster?
Yeah.
You would have advantage if you were taking damage, but this is not a damage instance of a concentration check being generated.
If I'm
Okay.
flying, I can carry everyone.
Oh no.
I'm
Well, you
literally
might have to
Possibility.
so
Faye for a
strong.
second.
You could enlarge and just fly and grab everybody. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
Oh
sorry
my
to be a
God.
pain, but for future reference, is there a concentration check like tool right in the Foundry thing? Or
That
should
would
I
just
like,
be a Constitution save.
Oh, okay.
All right. You maintain a hold of your spell. And the rest of you, I'd like to make Constitution saving throws as well. Not against spells that you've cast. Well, actually, no. Specifically, hold on. Who is here? It's Karik, Milos, Nakareth, and Eli is staying up above, right? So,
Eli's
that
not
it?
there.
am I missing somebody?
I think Eli's the only person who stayed, right?
Clemens. I'm forgetting Clemens.
Oh, Clemens, because Clemens isn't feeling so good.
Nakareth and Milos need to make Constitution saving throws.
18. Okay.
Right.
So-
This feeling is nasty, and you almost feel your stomach flip when you start to breathe in this air. But for now, you're fine.
So I'd have advantage because of the lungs, right?
You don't need to make a save at all.
Oh, okay.
Just
Sure.
Nakareth and Milos. I misspoke.
Oh, this is unpleasant.
Right. And as you descend into the fog, you begin to see a silhouette of the island below. As you get closer, it takes more of a shape, and you can see it's a mountain range. Really just a couple mountains by the size of the island, but they form sort of a bowl in which, or a half bowl in which Stormhome is situated, and Stormhome kind of curls up the side of the inside of this bowl, so that part of it is very low down by the ocean, and then it sort of spirals up the outside to a very large castle near the top of the mountain, on the inside of the mountain. Where would you like to aim for? Or are you getting closer at all?
Sorry, there was a lot of background noise. I will let someone else make this one.
Yeah, I zoned out completely. Actually, can you give me like the 10
Yeah.
words or less park notes?
So there's High Stormhome, and like it has a very high castle, and then the
Very
city
high
is kind of like a long, like sweeping arc down to like a crescent down to the ocean, where there's like the port, and there's a large part of the city at the ocean, large part of the city that's a castle, and then various scattered bits of the city that kind of are formed around one large road that spirals down the mountain.
Wait, so big fucking castle on a hill with a happy trail that goes to the ocean?
Yes.
Yeah.
All of it surrounded
castle?
by
The
city.
castle.
What the fuck? Yeah, we're going to the castle. Straight for the castle.
Time. Yep.
What could go wrong? Someone's still alive in there and knows who we are.
I can't wait to say hi to the newly undead Draco Lich that lives under the castle.
No.
All right, so you guys fly in towards the castle. How long does fly last?
An hour?
Hour, yeah.
All right, plenty of time.
Is it 10 minutes?
It's 10 minutes.
I thought it was an hour.
Oh,
Okay.
fuck.
That's getting a little bit more sketchy. What's your fly speed in fly?
60 feet.
60 feet.
300 feet.
All right.
If I sense us starting to
So
fall,
you go-
I will cast fly on us.
If you dash, you guys could go 20 feet per second.
Oh, I'd be fucking zooming.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I assume so, and I assume Faye would be just keeping up with you guys, because I think Faye could go even faster than that, but...
Yeah, I'm not burned by your mortal sacks. Yeah, no, I'm zooming. But I'm staying with the group in case I need to catch anyone.
Alright, so to get to the castle, from your position above the fog, would take you guys a couple minutes here. And honestly, with the two, actually the three party members here that have very high intelligence, and some others that have significantly above average intelligence still, you would gather it's about, like your internal clocks are telling you it's been about 3 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
So you've got like 7 minutes left on fly.
Oh, we can make it.
It's been about 3 minutes to reach the castle, yes. And as you approach it, you start to work out the shape of it a bit better. It sort of juts out from the mountain at a certain point, and so that the castle's almost suspended, just over a cliff. And then, kind of a bridge moves back to the mountain and then joins with the rest of the city from there. The castle is massive, and the upper floors of the castle are open with a large, just struggling to think of the word here.
Balcony?
Very large balcony. You could call it that. Yeah, it's almost like too
Terrace?
large to be called that. I guess
Like a
terrace
terrace?
makes sense too,
terrace
but
is probably the word,
a huge balcony is probably a fairly good descriptor here. There are arches above it, stone arches above it, and several towers around it. And one wall between two towers stretches across the back against the mountainside. So that if you're standing on this balcony or on this terrace, you can see down to the city, you can see over the ocean, and you can see off towards the mainland. And at the back of this wall is a huge throne. There are trees and gardens on this terrace, fountains and water flowing. There's actually water flowing off the sides of the terrace below.
Well, I assume we just go straight for the open terrace. I mean, that's kind of...
Yeah, that's where I'm landing.
That's where I'm going.
All right.
Superhero landing on the balcony? Yes, please.
Do we know who lived in this castle or what this castle's for?
This would be... trying to blank on the name of, but
And Orlando. Oh.
I mean, this was the seat of power for House Larandar. There we go. That's the word I was looking for.
Okay.
I forget which Baron is currently in charge of House Larandar. I could look that up real quick. But yeah. So you would assume that's what this is for.
This
Yeah,
is
well, I'm
probably.
Alright.
I wonder if anyone's still left alive.
So you guys landing on this terrace then?
Oh fuck yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
yeah, I'm gonna land and then immediately turn back to human.
Okay.
Yep.
So you swoop down, you land on the terrace, and now that you're up closer to it, you can see through the fog a little bit better. You can see that the trees are wilting and dying, and the other parts of the garden are pretty much all just ash at this point. There's very few leaves even left on the trees at all, and they are wilting and like drooping over quite a bit.
Nice.
Everything, by the way, this whole time is just, this gray fog in front of you that's darker than the fog of Earth would be, in like actual coloration of the mist in front of you, which is just painting everything in a grayscale.
Could we see any signs of life while we flew down towards like surfaces?
Roll me a perception check. For anyone who would have been keeping a lookout.
I was holding on to the shield on the ship, so assumedly I'd still be rolling with that because it's
That would make sense.
pain in the ass to take off. So yeah, I'm gonna take a look around. Once we land, maybe start to poke around and look for any signs of recent life.
Detect magic is always up.
Of course. That only has a range of 30 feet, though, right? Something like that?
Yeah, it's only 30 feet.
Everything
Right.
is magical.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll get to that in a second. But obviously, there's a lot of magic just in the air at the moment, but I'll get back to you on that.
Is there magic around?
Flying down, and as you got closer to the city itself, you did see some rooms of the castle appeared to have what appeared to be firelight coming from them, and a few scattered buildings of the city also appeared to have some light to them.
Sorry, so a few of the scattered buildings had some life, and what else?
There was some like light as if fires were lit within, or torches or something. You could see just little specks of color amidst the just gray landscape. And there were a few of those lights in several windows of the castle as well. But
Okay, so it's as if the wave itself didn't knock out fire or anything, or like take down torches. It just killed all the people. Potentially.
But Leroy,
So
with
you-
your sorry.
Oh, I was saying that it is necrotic. I mean, it's not super physical.
Right. So, Leroy, with your detect magic up, obviously a lot of magic in the air around you, not associated with any school that you can tell. But it's a familiar feeling when you look at them. Like, just having detect magic on gives you just a twinge of that headache you were feeling before, but not nearly as bad. But recognizable, at least. But looking around you, you can occasionally see as you walk around this courtyard terrace type place, you see some wards placed, especially around it just kind of in not random places, but sort of places that people would commonly walk. The walkways and stuff appear to be warded, and you assume that it might not be the best idea to walk around here willy-nilly.
Carrick is going to cast a message on each of his party members as they're flying down and say, "How's everybody doing? Is the fog affecting you guys at all?"
Fine.
I don't feel anything so far.
I'm fine for now.
Also, we should probably be careful where we step when walking around here.
Or their bodies on the ground.
There seem to be some kind of wards or traps, magical traps, sort of peppering the place.
Yeah, within your 30-foot range, you notice just a couple near you.
Yeah. I assume since it's a big place, I was sort of saying peppering as in like
Yeah.
If there are a couple I can see.
Alright, I will follow behind you then.
Before I land, then I'm like, can I see any like point of entry or like stairs that are going downward?
Yeah. It appears that I mean, you don't see stairs directly, but you do see towers at each corner of this platform. And each of those have doors that lead onto the platform. So you would assume that would be a way that people would enter and leave.
Yeah. I'll fly towards one of those then.
Once we land, Carrick is gonna kind of say, "So, what's the plan? Are we trying to find someone here? We trying to talk to someone? Like, I hear you. I hear you."
Oh, what a good baby.
What baby is that, and why are they making that noise?
This little wiener dog puppy craves attention because
A wiener dog puppy?
surgery.
Oh.
I suppose we have to take a brief pause to
Charlie!
little wiener
Care
puppy.
about the dog.
Charlie.
Charlie! There's a wiener dog puppy on the camera! Look at
Oh.
Oh my gosh. Oh man.
Oh my god, that's such a cute baby! Oh my god! Oh, did he get fixed? Oh, look at him! Look at him! Oh, look at your brother! Look! He's just like you! Wiener dogs!
Aw.
Except our wiener dog is a goblin.
Our wiener dog is a fucking weirdo!
You just suplex your dog.
Charlie, come here. Come here. Come here. Show them that you're okay. Come here. Yeah.
Show them that this isn't abuse.
No, he loves it. Oh.
I know. I wrestle with dogs sometimes.
I never flip him around where it'll hurt him, but I'll give him like a little light toss onto the bed, and he'll just be like, "Oh my god, yes!"
Just a light suplexing.
I love dogs, but we've got 20 minutes left of D&D here, guys. Just 20 minutes left.
20 minutes of D&D delay, you say?
Yes, 20 minutes of D&D break before dogs.
Sorry.
No, it's all good. All good. Yes, so you notice the staircases, likely staircases in the towers around you. And I believe you said you were flying off towards one of them, Faye?
Yeah, I'm just gonna go to... I mean, I think I'm behind the crowd a bit, so whichever direction people are going in, I'm just gonna go towards that one, but...
Okay, well you've landed at the side of the terrace that is opposite from the throne. There are, or the wall with the throne, the very large wall. You can't see very clearly, and then there are 4 towers in each corner. It's a square platform. So those are I don't think anybody's picked a direction yet, but those are the 4.
Northwest.
Yeah, let's just look for survivors and see if, do we know the name of the dragon? Do we know the name of the dragon we're looking for?
Nope.
Yeah, I do want
You
to
know
know
what they're somewhat intransigent.
So northwest would be by the wall with the throne and off to your left.
Do we want to take a look at the throne? There might be a note there or a hidden pathway underneath.
Sure.
Sure, yeah. Yeah, okay.
But
I'll
we
end your turn.
shouldn't dilly-dally.
I'm gonna zip over to the throne, but I'm gonna be flying so I don't touch any of the wards that are on the ground.
Yeah. We'll both float over. And if the wards extend upward, I'll fly around them a little bit.
All right. As you get closer to the throne, it comes into a little bit clearer of a picture. There's sort of a large sort of shape of a throne against the wall to kind of make the throne look larger than it is, look more important, take up more space, etc. And then the throne itself is much more reasonably sized. I mean, still extravagant and massive, but it looks like, a human could actually climb up onto it. And that kind of threw off your perception of this place at first, because not only is there fog, but also you could see this throne shape in the distance, but as you got closer, kind of messed with the perspective a bit, because the place is larger than you first thought. But as you approach this throne, there appears to be a figure on it. You can only see the silhouette right now.
Yes, this is exactly what I was hoping for.
Yes.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Go.
We're just rolling up like shoulder to shoulder, except that I'm floating a couple feet off the ground to make that happen.
Mm-hmm.
All right. How
So we're
close
off
are you?
now.
How close are you getting? You're just dashing straight up, or
I'm gonna get within
the
at least
plan
30 feet.
Yeah. We'll stop when we can see clearly.
Yeah, I'll join them.
Yeah, Sam.
okay? Well, was fly cast on the rest of you then?
Assuming
I have
The
winged
rest of you were
boots.
just riding
Okay.
a bird.
So how is Milos getting there?
I am walking.
Okay.
Mistakes have been made.
Milos, please make me a dexterity saving throw.
Woo! Where's the button? Where's the button?
Okay. As you walk along the ground, as Leroy, your eye is to determine where these security measures are, flies ahead. You end up walking over some sort of glyph. You step down and you notice some glow, and it's probably somewhat fortunate that this fog is around you, because you see the light reflecting against the fog, and that prompts you to look down at your feet, and you see arcane sigils spiraling very quickly out from underneath your foot, and you tuck and roll to the side before just a shockwave erupts directly up from the point that you were standing on. It kind of disperses the fog for a moment before it settles back in.
It's literally landmines, boys.
Well,
recharging landmines.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
I wonder if we can steal them. Probably.
Were there any on the walls?
I mean, Leroy has a 30-foot radius on this very large platform that you haven't even determined the size of yet.
Okay. Okay, never mind.
I'm done.
I don't think you've even gotten close to a wall yet.
I was gonna do some monk shit.
Well, you're on an open
You still can.
terrace with towers on the sides, so you'd have to get to a wall first.
Yeah, I guess I'll just.
You could try to
follow.
leap from dead tree to dead tree.
Fuck it, yeah, I'll do that.
Alright, roll me an acrobatics check. Relatively low DC because monk shit, but see what happens here.
I'll spend a key point to step of the wind.
Okay,
and
then you're
for
just
advantage.
okay. Advantage, sure.
Easy.
Oh wow,
You're
that's
fine.
garbage.
You're fine. That was
Okay.
10 was the DC.
Thank God.
You're okay. All right, so that's how Milos and the Karth are getting over. Kara can fly over. How is Faye getting over? Assuming Faye is getting over.
Faye is still flying, I believe, since this. I feel like the timeline got jogged about a bit here.
So you never canceled the polymorph then. Gotcha.
Yeah, but by the time we started the logistics of actually landing, like no, I never actually dropped down.
Oh, okay. Right. You're still just you dropped everyone off and you're flying still. So you were flying over on your own then. Cool. So you're still a dinosaur then.
Yes.
All right. Good to know.
And you're just stomping on landmines.
Well, Milos just triggered something and is still on his feet. So would you like to try blindly navigating again, Milos, or do you have another plan?
Face tank.
I will cast detect magic and then walk.
Okay. So now, with detect magic up, roll me a Constitution saving throw.
Goody. Where'd my character sheet go? There it is.
Okay. As you try to cast, the fog rolls into your mouth and into your lungs, and you feel a lot of resistance while you're trying to form the arcane words, as if this environment itself doesn't want you to cast. But you manage to push through, and you finish casting the spell.
That's kind of sketch.
So you have Detect Magic up, and you are able to locate these mines, so to speak, on the floor, and you navigate easily enough around them to the throne. All right, so I'll assume everyone is then approaching the throne together-ish, in some sort of rough order.
Yes.
All right.
Is Faye human again? I can't remember.
Faye is a
Even though it was-
dinosaur.
I'm not until we get to the throne. I will touch
I knew Faye was never human.
Wolf.
All right, so your plan is to turn back into Catgirl upon reaching the throne, then?
Yeah.
Just trying to get the scene set here. Okay, cool. So we'll assume for cinematic effect, you guys all, from various angles, from various directions, line up in front of this throne. It's side by side, not not like in a line. You know what I mean?
Upon
Semicircle.
catgirling, can Milos toss Faye one of the platinum rings?
The end of it.
Sure.
No, good night, good night, good night.
And he'll say, "You might want to hold on to this."
I will
Gotcha.
say, when you say toss, do you mean literally toss?
Yes.
Faye, make me a dexterity check to catch a ring in the fog. You feel something bounce off your pinky, and then you hear like clink, clink, clink behind you.
I am looking down on the ground to try to find it.
Fortunately, since you
Jinkies.
just heard where it landed, like this is a wide open space, and it's a little disorienting to be here, but still, it doesn't take you too long to find it. You just scramble around, and it's one platinum ring against the stone floor. It's not too bad.
Amazing.
All right, just had to get that out, but you now have that. Okay.
Okay.
So, as you guys approach this throne,
Yeah.
the silhouetted figure just slowly raises their hand up and out towards you in like a halt.
Do we halt?
I halt.
Does it
I
just like?
stop.
I'll give a halt.
Does it feel like there's a power, or is it just like asking us to stop?
I mean, roll insight.
Wisdom is one of my defining features.
You feel like they are assuming a lot of power, but you don't feel any compulsion outside of their just charisma in like, no, just stop.
I'll go like 2 feet further.
You don't
than
feel
everyone else.
magically compelled.
So like 2 feet
How-
further, and then sort of back up a little bit.
How do they seem to be faring?
It's a little hard to tell from this distance, but I'll get to that. As they hold up this hand out to tell you to stop, it's hard to make out details because of the fog. And they're mostly a silhouette at this point, but you swear that it's a skeleton's hand.
Oh, wonderful.
And then
My shadow button.
it lowers back down onto its lap and kind of folds into something.
Who's there? I ask into whatever mind I assume is present.
You dare ask questions of me?
I don't know who you are.
It's odd as there's a pause It seems like they take a bit to respond, but the figure doesn't move at all. It doesn't seem to react to your statement at all. Why have you come at a time like this?
Well, it seemed like people here might need some help, and we were in the area, so we're investigating.
Help.
We don't have time. We're not doing any old help. We are seeking the Draconic Prophecy, and we need to be pointed to anyone around here who knows about this.
You weren't necessarily hearing this conversation.
Oh, was this messaged? Okay.
Yeah, it was telepathy.
Mute.
Oh,
Never mind.
I didn't catch that, but they're responding back.
Oh,
So,
sorry.
yeah, I didn't catch
Never
that
mind,
either.
you did hear this conversation.
I mean, it's okay if that's what you intended. I just
It was
didn't catch that
intended.
either.
That's why I said into whatever mind I assumed to be there. I was trying to.
Okay. I just thought that was flavorful Leroy talk. Okay.
Oh nope, nope. That was there was mechanical implication.
Okay, so you.
That's all right.
Okay.
For expositive purposes, we can make this.
There
everybody.
are some different implications of you reaching out telepathically. Then.
Okay.
Are the responses out loud though?
Well, the whole thing changes because it's telepathic now.
Okay.
So as Leroy reaches out to try to telepathically contact this mind, you feel just a strong force, almost as if like you're like if you're reaching out a mental hand, it's like it got slapped away, like really roughly. It's almost painful, but you don't feel like you have any nerve endings on your telepathic reach.
Yeah. It would probably feel a similar amount of that spike then, because when people try to mess with my mind, they get hurt.
Fair?
I say out loud, "Who are you?"
Okay.
And
Okay, and then the conversation goes. So now Faye jumps in with what Faye just said.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, we are also somewhat interested in something about a Draconic Prophecy.
Ah. So you need my help.
Yes.
Which is it?
Are you the one?
Do you come to help, or do you come seeking help at a time like this?
Well, I'm not sure it's a binary.
Are the two mutually exclusive?
We offer aid in return for information.
What aid could you offer?
What do you need?
That's basically the question I just asked you. I assume you saw the city. How few lights remained.
Good point.
What can be done? My people are dead.
Sure, but it does seem like you're not. You could get more people. Or wait, are you suggesting?
Not in the mood for jokes.
Who are you? I don't know how to talk to people when I don't know who they are. Good night.
I don't see how knowing who I am would change this conversation.
It's not the more we know about this, we're trying to address this at a grander scale. The more we know, not only can we prevent it elsewhere, which I know is not of your concern right now, but maybe eventually we can clear the fog from here as well. This might be confusing, but we are coming at this from a grander purpose. And if anyone in the city can help us with this, I believe it can be you. Do you know Aseo? Does that name mean anything to you?
So Aseo sent you then?
He did. I believe you're who he sent us to.
I have not met Aseo, but I've been told plenty.
What have you been told?
The previous keeper did not hold him in high regard.
I see.
Kind of, even without like super high insight, but I'll say especially Nakarth picks up on this, they kind of stumble over when they say the previous keeper. Like that's not a natural way for them to refer to whoever they're referring to.
That's who it is.
How long has it been since this previous keeper?
Yeah.
As you were saying, Nakarth?
Nothing. Never mind.
Okay.
Sorry, can you repeat that? I lost a couple words in there.
Oh, sure. Sorry, I've turned my gain way down from the background noise. How long has it been since this previous keeper vacated their post? Shaper Aseo mentioned a number of details about that person, but if it's not you, we may be able to find a better accord.
I do not wish to speak of this, and you have not earned my trust.
We earn it.
See, that is the problem here. I don't know how you can help. I don't know what the purpose of you being here is. And I'm not sure it's wise to give you what you want in the first place. If Aseo sent you.
Well, really, Aseo is more of an incidental person that we know in aid of our overall goal, which is you've heard of Belshalor and his attempts to escape, and we would like to prevent them, which obviously using the information contained within Dragon Prophecies is probably worthwhile there.
When you say Belshalor, you see them physically react for the first time. It's like they straighten up almost in like indignance.
I'm sorry. Do you know that person?
How could I not? If I could spit at the name, I would.
Sure, someone here would do it for you.
Carrick spits on the floor.
There you go. Terrible person. Thank you, Carrick.
Anytime.
Anyway, beyond disliking them, anything?
Can you repeat the question part of that? I got one on a tangent about Belshalor.
Sure. The question was beyond disliking them. Is there anything more they have to say?
Oh, gotcha. Another topic on which I do not want to talk, but if you know of them, then you must also know why they are unsavory to even converse about.
Well, sure, and that's why we're trying to keep them out of this plane of existence.
What do you want to talk about?
Good question.
That would require me to want to talk.
What do you want to do?
I'm gonna hazard a guess and say be left alone.
What
I would like.
I don't want to waste your.
I don't have numbers in. I don't know who that's from.
I would like to mourn.
Pat, get it? 'Cause
I
it's
haven't
like
had a
the
chance to do
Mournlands.
that.
Mourning is something
All I
I'm
want
familiar with.
is to earn your trust,
Like it.
so that maybe we can prevent more of this. Listen, is there anyone or anything in the city that we can rescue and protect for you? Would that earn your trust? We have a ship above the clouds.
Their head, like the head portion of the silhouette, kind of tilts a few times as if they're considering, and then they say, "Yes, evacuating those who remain would be a start."
Then we'll do what we can. Where should we start?
Well, where there are lights, there are people. Where there is light, there is life. I just hope that they have time left.
I guess let the
Hopefully.
rescue missions begin.
Okay.
Yeah. Can evacuate them to the northern tip of Karnas.
Yeah, we'll fill the ship. We'll get people out of here, and then we'll come back to talk to you.
Very well. I will do some considering while you were gone.
Do you know how much time you have left?
Takes more than this to kill me.
Hey.
Before we
Are you a dragon?
Yeah.
My name is Faye.
I don't trust you yet. This is not something I wish to speak of.
He's a dragon, guys.
Guys, I'm gonna
And we will
save
return.
you all the effort.
I'm
This
Polymorph.
person's a dragon.
You may call me Daitan.
Ditan.
Like Titan with a D.
Diten.
Not quite.
Close.
Yeah. It's like netted, but backward.
All right, then we'll see you soon, and I'm just going to turn and polymorph back into a big bird.
As you polymorph, make me a Constitution saving throw.
This is going to be really funny if I miss it. Okay.
As you turn and begin casting, you sort of choke and cough and you interrupt the cast. And the cast fails. You don't expend any resources in doing so.
Oh, I don't spend. Okay. Oh, this damn smoke. Can I try it again?
You can.
Um,
But I will note it. I will note
checks.
that you felt like it took you some time to recover, and just as a mechanical note, you do waste your action doing so. So casting in a combat situation is a little more risky.
Okay, that is good to know for the future. But as I don't believe we're not in combat, are we?
Nope. Just saying.
All right.
You felt like it
Alright.
took you a little bit to recover yourself enough to try again. You were kind of coughing for a few seconds.
Okay.
About 6 seconds.
Wonderful learning moment.
You continue coughing, but we'll say that regardless, as Faye has a coughing fit for a few minutes here, you eventually manage to get the spell off.
Okay, then yes, I turn to a flapping bird and I'm off.
Of the dinosaur variety or smaller?
Of the dinosaur, and I'm taking one person with me who can act as an interpreter. So I'm just gonna grab I'll grab my Karth.
Whee! Alright, I'll play with you.
Alright, so Karth can fly alongside.
I feel like I should probably sending to. Oh no, Karek's here. Yeah, so he knows to land the boat. Never mind.
I'm not landing the boat.
We'll pick up from there next time, though, I think.
Yeah.
We're a little bit over. We can determine everyone else's next actions then.
Meanwhile, on the boat, Juno's just snuggling with Eli, and Eli's going, "You good girl? Who's a good girl? Yeah,
Classic.
you a good girl."